It's Rob!
Tony!
We're in gaming!
And that's you!
Hello inmates and welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, of course, our Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. And it is the second day into the season. We are currently rank 12, and we have been playing a little bit of the Pirate Warrior. I know it's not the standard deck you see me playing, but we're trying to rank up quickly. And this Pirate Warrior does just that. And it also does fair against Zoo decks, which, as you know, I really enjoy playing Zoo. And nothing makes me more satisfied than, of course, defeating Zoo on ladder. I don't think there's anything that really makes my day better than just beating someone who plays Zoo. So hopefully this deck will keep doing as well as it has off of me recording, as well as when we start recording. We'll switch, like I said, between the this Pirate Warrior, the Yogg Druid, the Tempo Dragon Warrior, and the mid-range Hunter. So it's everything is going to fluctuate in between those kind of four decks, as those produce very quick matches. And I'm hoping we can just hit Legend, like I said, really fast. I'm going to spend, as I said in a previous video, way too much time playing Hearthstone, so we can get there ASAP. Without further ado, I've been kind of slow with the donations. We actually have received, I think, 2 donations in the previous 2 weeks, but I actually haven't been on our PayPal anytime soon, so I saw the emails, but I just never went on here to check who and for the amount and what comments were said. Oh wow, he actually cleared the board. So we can just go Horse Rider, which I think is good, and Murgleton. So let's go Murgleton first. We don't really want to play the Dread Corsair unless we have a weapon down. I really like the Steady Shot. This is basically going to be a rushy kind of game. We could have gone with the Mage Ping, but I would have gone against the Mage Ping if this guy would have been like a Hunter or maybe a Zoo. But against a Rogue, we just want to deal as much damage as quick as possible. So give me 1 second here, guys. I'm pulling up the PayPal stuff so I can read off who has helped the inn. Hopefully that was the right thing. Okay. Well, played Azure Drake. That needs to die. So I guess we'll just go like this and then go face for 3. We could have just like threw the Bloodscale Raider and then used our passive, but I think killing the Azure Drake was fine there. All right, so we have a donation from Cass L for $15. Let me see if there's a little message here. And then we have, and sorry for the delay on these. I know it's been a little bit. Oh, there's no message? It's not showing messages. Oh, wait, it's at the bottom here. Hey guys, this is from Cass L. Hey guys, just really enjoying your content and want to continue supporting the inn. So thank you very much, man. Very much appreciated. What do we do now? Well, we already have the Hunter hero power, so there's no point to play that dude. So I guess we could just go Bloodscale Raider. I really don't want to Mortal Strike that, but we can go, I guess we go Dread Corsair into the Bloodscale Raider. It really sucks that these aren't buffed. I really wish we could have drawn a weapon, and I really wish I could have fit in a Steady Shot there. So maybe we should have just gone double Blood Raider, Steady Shot. I think that might have been like the quicker alternative here. And this looks like if he's going to sap this back, that's fine. Okay, so he's going to Shadow Strike and then make the hit there. He's also going to draw a reasonable amount of cards, but hopefully he just doesn't draw into his Cold Bloods, which will be a problem. And then the other donation was from Jordan S. Let's check this out. Well, we know we're going to fit in this Steady Shot. This is 8 damage, and he's at 14. So we either want to kill this, or do we want to go for like maybe a different hero power? Or do we just want to keep this Steady Shot? Or do we want to kill the Auctioneer here? I mean, this is 8 damage. This is technically 10 damage. So we can just play the Raider. I'm scared to play the Murgleton because if he gives us something, yeah, we're just going to play the Raider and do nothing else. I feel like Patience is fine here. He doesn't have any taunts, so we'll win this in the long run. So Jordan S. Hey Rob. Hey Rob. Hey Tony. Shout out from England. I watch your videos every day on my lunch break at work. By far the best Hearthstone videos on YouTube. Keep it up. Love it. Glad you're enjoying it, and thank you for that $10 donation. It's very, very much appreciated. And keep in mind, these aren't just for like just today. These donations were over the course of 2 weeks. So So we're at 16 HP. We're not quite down to that 10 mark yet, and it looks like he's concealing. So it looks like we should have Mortal Striked this Auctioneer, which I think would probably be the better play. I don't think we're going to be able to pull off the amount of damage we need here. So even with the War Axe, the Heroic Strike, we're swinging in for 7. So if we would have Mortal Striked last turn, he would have been at 3. Yeah. Just not enough. Yeah. So that turn, remember the turn where I should have just fit in the deadly shot, and then the prior turn I should have Mortal Striked face. So we could have done 2 more damage when we played the taunt and the 2/3. We could have fit in 2 damage. We could have played just both 2/3s and then hero passive or hero powered, and then we could have the prior turn use Mortal Strike face in case we would have drawn more DPS stuff to go face, which we did because we could have Heroic Striked, weaponed, use our passive yet again, and then go face for 7, which would have been 9, and that would have actually been lethal. But now we know for next time. Still getting used to the deck, of course. I am not used to playing aggro whatsoever, and this deck is this deck is face, no doubt. So can't expect to win them all. Ooh, Sabretooth, that guy's on our friends list. How you doing? He has no idea what he's in for. All right, Sabretooth playing Rogue, eh? I really don't like any of these opening hands. All right, I don't know. I don't like anything here. We're looking for the just weapons and creatures with Divine Shield. So there's a weapon, Berserker, Mortal Strike. I'll deal with this. This is decent. Very, very interesting that he's playing Rogue. Rogue is not one of the most popular classes on ladder. And he also probably thinks with a start like this, we're running like maybe Dragon Tempo Warrior. But little does he know, face is the place. So I'm sure he'll just Dagger Mastery swinging for 1 here. I don't see him not killing the N'Zoth First Mate. And if we draw into the Bloodscale Cultist or whatever she's called, we'll coin and play her if he doesn't kill the N'Zoth First Mate. But if he does, we just coin into the Berserker. And we just keep following up with heavy damage. We actually have 12 damage in hand currently for the cheap price of 8 mana. So we need to definitely draw into a War Axe. Upgrade. Anything that can just allows us to keep Murgleton's good. Murgleton, so we drew into Murgleton, but I think in this situation we're just gonna coin into the Berserker and then go face for another 1. The reason being is that we would have played Murgleton, we float 1 mana, right? Or if we Murgleton, coin and then use a passive. But I actually like for 3 mana we'll Murgleton and then use the passive he gives us, whether it's a Warlock or a Hunter passive. Again, in this situation, if it's between a Warlock and a Hunter, I'll pick probably the Warlock, just so we can keep up with the amount of card draw. So there's the upgrade, but I don't really want to upgrade 1/1 weapon. So we're just going to Murgleton, hopefully into Warlock. No Murloc, Shapeshift though. So now our option is, do we want to upgrade to make this a 2/2 and go face, or do we want to Shapeshift and go face for 2? I like going Shapeshift and just go face for 2. We run out of creatures and we have no way to draw, so I'm not sure how this is gonna pan out. It's gonna pan out into like an explosive huge DPS turn, I know that. 0, interesting. So maybe we should have held on to our weapon, because the weapon would actually, well, we can actually upgrade passive and kill it. Oh, there's the War Axe. That's pretty good. Do we just go face though? Do we just go War Axe, hit face for 4? Do we kill off his 0? I don't think we kill 0, right? I think we just go face. Our hand is too damage intensive for us not to go face. I feel so bad, Sabretooth. I promise this isn't normally how I play, but we've made a promise this season that we're going to do much better than before. Backstab onto the Murgleton, which is good. Cold Blood, interesting. He's just pushing to go face as well. He sees what I'm doing and he raids me tenfold. Okay, so we definitely know we're gonna... I want to Mortal Strike this, but at the same time, I don't. He's targeting that with the... Ooh, give friendly... stealth. Wow. And Van Cleef. What is Van Cleef gonna be? An 8/8. Holy shit. So how much damage does he have here? He has 15. Hmm. I think we can live one turn. I think we can out-damage him. As long as he can't do 25 damage this turn. We'll see what happens. I think he's going to make an attack into the Berserker. Wow, he just Shadow Strikes it? Another Cold Blood? If he has another... Oh my god. And an Evis? This guy's hand! I mean, our hand was pretty good too. Oh, just a Shiv. Okay. So, we have 8, 12. Ooh, I don't think we have enough. I do not think we have enough. Yeah, because this is an 8. And then this is 12. And then we only have 2 mana left over. So that'd be 13 max. I don't think we could have fit in any more damage this game. We could kill Zero. We can't even like kill the Zero and get away with it because the Van Cleef is 12. And we had no way to kill either one of these last turn because they had stealth, right? Like I couldn't even Mortal Strike that last turn. This does do 6 damage though, but I still can't kill the Van Cleef without killing myself. Yeah, this is a... Does she get the attack based on... No, she doesn't. She gets... Why is it 6? Wouldn't it have been 12? What makes it 6? Gain the attack equal to the attack of your weapon. Our weapon attack is 3 plus 1. Oh, yeah, so it'd be 4. So it doesn't actually go with the Heroic Strike. Yeah. Yeah, that's ridiculous. The double Cold Blood into the Conceal got me. If you wouldn't have got the not the Conceal, but the card that turns it invisible, right? So if you either take away 1 Cold Blood or take away that poison he would have got, then we could have maybe made a comeback there. So I guess we should have used our weapon to kill the Zero, right? But the problem with killing the Zero is it just gives them another poison. Like I wasn't worried about 3 damage. I like how we get 7 wins with this deck, like when I'm not recording, and the second I record, we go against 2 rogues and we just get like booty stomped. I guess if we lose 1 more, we'll go ahead and switch the Hunter. There's a lot of other warrior on ladder. Like this particular deck's good against mages, hunters, druids. I really don't like playing it against warrior because of their armor. And I would normally say this deck's fair against rogue, but just not when they get the damage that they got before. Like most of the time rogues draw a pretty slow hand, right? They have like basically cards to remove the field, but what's good about this deck is it doesn't really rely on the field. It's like 50-50 in between our field and our weapons. So when they can go ahead and just get the burst they need, we can't use our weapons to trade off because we're just essentially losing everything. So we could go into the Coin Berserker, and that just feels really bad, or we can just go Heroic Strike and kill that. I think Heroic Strike just to kill this is fine. Because basically no matter what we play, she's going to be able to make the trade. So the Heroic Strike buys us the time, so we don't actually have to use the coin just yet, and it's a fair trade. We took a little bit of damage as a result, but I think if he doesn't have a decent follow-up, which he does, we would have been fine. So we could go Coin Elite Attack, or we could just go with Berserker, nothing else. Or we could go with the Horse Rider Attack, and then hopefully he doesn't deal 1 damage with like a Ravaging Ghoul. So I guess we go Berserker, right? Well, if we go Berserker, he attacks Berserker and he's still Ravaging Ghouls, and then it's still dead, and this still only took 2 HP. So either way, if we played the Horse Rider and or the Frothing Berserker, a Ravaging Ghoul kills it. We go Coin Mortal Strike, which is also an option. But then what if he has the... I really don't like Coin Mortal Strike. It's just like, right now it's Wing, and does he have... you know what, I think we gotta do it. I just don't want to play around... Or not... If he has Ravaging Ghoul, we're fucked. So if we give him that out of just being able to have Ravaging Ghoul and we're fucked, we basically give up the remainder of the game. But if we coin into a Mortal Strike, yeah, it feels kind of bad, but it's not as bad as how bad we would have gotten fucked if he has the Ravaging Ghoul. Alright, so far his hand has been pretty legit. We have no weapons. Getting weapons is pretty important in this deck, and we've gotten none. So if we play the Berserker again, he just swings his creature, swings his weapon, nothing happens. If we go ahead and play the Dread Corsair, he swings his weapon, it dies. If we play the Horse Rider, swing into... As bad as the Horse Rider looks, I think it's the right play, and now we're going to swing into his creature. We're actually going to play the trade game here because we have nothing, and now he's going to swing his weapon, right? It's going to live at 1 HP. Then we can play our other Horse Rider, and maybe if we can draw a 2-drop, that'll be pretty good. And we just caught ourselves a Pidgey. But if we lose this game, we'll switch off from playing this particular deck at the moment because it seems to not be doing so swell. Okay, so we did draw a 2-drop, which is pretty good. So we're gonna swing this into here, and then we're just gonna play the 2-drop. There's really nothing else for us to do. Again, Ravaging Ghoul basically fucks us because it kills our 2-1, brings us to a 2-2, and then you can just trade. Not that he wouldn't be able to trade anyway, but Ravaging Ghoul still kills our 2-1. Currently, we're contesting the Azure Drake, right? So Arcane Reaper is really good because it allows us to kill the Frothing. And he has Ravaging Ghoul. Woo! Alright. This morning, man. I don't think there's a way for us to come back from this. The Arcane Reaper is a really solid draw, but it's almost too late at this point. So even if we go Reaper, right? So we go Reaper, this is free, and then we basically have to take 8. And then if he can just kill it with the Azure Drake, and then if he just has 4 damage with like an Elite, he wins. But what else? What other play was there for us to make? Like, hey, it's just having everything on cue. Sometimes it's just like that. Like, a N'Zoth First Mate would have helped a little bit. Definitely having a War Axe would have helped. It would have cleared out his Alexstrasza's champions. The 3-drop with charges, those were nice, but we didn't draw into our what is it called? The Fire Dude, Fire Imp. Did he just have lethal this entire time? All right, no. But either way, it's gonna be rough to get past this. We don't have anything that does 1 damage besides of like Murgleton into the, what is it called? Well, I mean, theoretically we can live here. We can go. The Elite goes into here. We need to armor up, and that makes it so we have to upgrade because we can't afford to lose this weapon. Yeah, so we upgrade. No matter which creature we attack, the Elite dies, right? So if the Elite attacks this, we take less damage in the long term right here. So we can live with 2 HP here. And the next turn, we could draw into the 1-drop with charge. Then we can get another durability on this weapon. Maybe we can charge him out, but I'm sure he has 2 damage here. I mean, Rag wouldn't surprise me. Any sort of charge. Ooh, a Ravaging Ghoul. Maybe he doesn't have it. Corruptor. Dragon in hand? No dragon in hand. N'Zoth's First Mate. It is a pirate, but unfortunately if we play N'Zoth's First Mate, it'll override our Reaper. And there's no way for us to kill his Blackwing Corruptor without killing ourselves. So that was GG. And now we're going to switch over to the Hunter. But I'll actually still call this the Pirate Warrior. Because we still played Pirate Warrior for 3 games. Even though all 3 games were unsuccessful. Which really stinks. It is so weird that seriously, I was playing last night and this morning, and last night I went 4-1, and this morning I went, I think, 5-1, something like that. And so 9-2 in total, something around there. We just did really well, and we went on multiple win streaks. That's how we got from 15 to 12. And then the second I, go on the mic and start talking about the deck and how it's been doing all right, we just get destroyed, like absolutely wrecked. It's funny. Play this deck, it's really good. Getting wrecked, probably not. All right, so because he has no cards on the field and we have no turn 3 play, let's go with the King Zealot. Maybe we can take a peek at what's inside his deck and get a better understanding. It looks like, ooh, now we have a great turn 3 card. I got a sneeze coming up. Ooh. Oh gosh. That was a powerful one. Fuck, I feel like I just blew a neck muscle or whatever. Ow. Like, I just feel like I blew a gasket or whatever you want to call this thing over here. Rob, that's your neck. Thanks, guys. Oh, my God. Maybe I shouldn't hold my nose. I just don't want to make an eruption, you know? It's like, not that that happens, but you know, that one time, it's like that one time when you're out in public and you got that sneeze and you just don't catch it in time, and then all of a sudden, it's just bad. Like nothing good happens. So we could go into the Infested, or we could go into the just Huge Toad, King Alec, play as many cards as we can, which I actually like a little bit more than just playing the Houndmaster. Because the Houndmaster can be used to make a good trade, but at this like situation, we're not actually going to be able to make any good trades. We're just killing these taunt cards. So just playing a bunch of creatures right now is decent. Also, he has no ability to like Flame Strike or Blizzard. I know leaving the Flame Waker up is a problem, but what real answer did we have in that play? It was either just Houndmaster, make a decent sized creature, attack, we eat Frostbolts, Fireballs, it dies, or we can just play a sizable amount of little creatures and hopefully it'll make a decent, it'll make a stand. All right. I wish it would have hit any other thing but that. So we could Houndmaster this dude and then just go face there and a 2/2, or we could go Animal Companion passive. We could go Explosive Trap, which I kind of like the Animal Companion Explosive Trap. Infested Wolf is pretty good too. Actually, we're gonna go with the Infested Wolf because if it dies, it's still gonna make 1/1s, and those 1/1s can be Houndmastered. So I really don't mind the Infested Wolf at all here. It's a pretty, it's a creature that lives. This is going to be a 5/5. He's going to play nothing else this turn. He's going to go face. All right, so we could go ahead and just kill the Flame Waker and Deadly Shot. Oh, he's actually going to make the trade. Why would you make that trade? Like, what was the purpose of that trade? I have no idea what the point of that was. But I know this is gonna go into here. We can quick shot that, but we can just make the trade here. And then do that. There might have been a better way, but I think this was fine. I would rather hold on to the quick shot because it can work on the Sorcerer's Apprentice, another Azure Drake. So now we can actually, you know, we can just trade a Houndmaster and then we'll Houndmaster this guy back up and we can actually throw an Animal Companion in there. So I actually like this a decent amount. We'll Animal Companion first to see what we get. And then we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll swing, and then hopefully he just doesn't have a Flame Strike. I guess we could have held the Animal Companion and just Houndmastered, but the problem is if he doesn't have a Flame Strike, then we gave up a lot of damage over the course of 2 turns. But if he has the Flame Strike, ooh, he doesn't. Okay, so this is good. So we can actually just go off and kill that Mana Worm, and then we'll Deadly Shot off the Water Elemental. We also could, you know, Alchemist the Water Elemental and just make it really easy to kill. Okay, so we're definitely gonna quick shot one of these. We're gonna swing into this. We're gonna Deadly Shot, put in a passive, and just go face. The power of the Huntard. Tony's creeping from over there. We'll play one more Hunter game. I know those Warrior games are fast, so we're not really, I don't want to just make 3 quick games in one Hunter game, we'll call it. So we'll play, hopefully we'll win 2. So we'll be 2 wins, 3 losses. Oh. All right, we're going against a Druid.
Let the hunt begin.
Against a Druid, tracking's fine, Alec's fine, quick shot. I'm not in favor of quick shot. Druids don't have a ton of 3 HP creatures. When I think of Druid, I mean the only thing that comes to mind is like Beckoner of Evil if he's playing like Cthulhu Druid. Most of the time, his beginning of the game is Living Roots and innervating out huge creatures. Well, Huge Toad, we already have a 2-drop. Harrison Jones, he has no weapon. Another tracking though, decent. Huge Toad again, probably not that bad, but I actually like the tracking here. The other 2 cards, we already have a 2-drop, right? So if we didn't have a 2-drop, Huge Toad would have been the choice, but we already have 2 2-drops actually. I don't really count the Alchemist as a 2-drop. I count it more as a tech card that has the ability to deal with creatures that are pretty annoying. So coin, innervate, 4-drop. Cool. So if we play the King's Relic, it just dies. If we play tracking, we lose out on our turn. If we go Crazed Alchemist, it reverses this, so he's not as big as a threat. And if when he attacks it, he knocks off the Divine Shield. Then the following turn, we can go Tracking Alec. Maybe we should have just Tracking. Oh, Grub's good. So next turn's like King's Alec, or Tracking King's Alec. Or if we can draw into a Houndmaster, that's like the best thing that could happen. Another Innervate. So he played both Innervates and one Wild Growth. Jesus Christ. Sorry, didn't mean to throw that word out there, but Jesus. Kodo's solid. Can't play him yet, so I guess we'll go Tracking. See what we get. Well, we know he's going face. I guess we just go Animal Companion. Well, at least it's a wall for the 5/7, so our 2/5 is protected. Never mind. That's good he attacked with his 5/7, because now we can Kodo down the 2/4, which is another reason why I have the Crazed Alchemist in there, is to get good Kodo targets. Unfortunately, though, his 5/5 is going to swing into his 3/5, and then we'll just go ahead and Explosive Trap King's Alec. If he goes face, it dies. If he goes to the Alec, it dies. And the Alec will hopefully generate us a card, maybe a Savannah Highmane. Maybe we'll get lucky. So now these have 2. If we play the Alec, it's just going to die to one of these. So if we just play the Explosive Trap, I guess that's fine. We kind of give away what trap that is, though, by doing that, but we don't really have that great of an option besides that. We got one more turn until Call of the Wild, which is pretty good. This is why I have Frozen Trap, or Explosive instead of Frozen. I don't know, it works out for me a lot. So we'll go King's Alec. I mean, we actually could clear this, but I don't know if it's worth it to waste 3 cards to do so. Deadly Shot's pretty good in this situation, but we have nothing to kill bigger creatures. We're just going to go with the King's Alec and see what we get. Oh, that's pretty good. So we could go ahead and just play the Kodo, or we Unleash the Hounds into quick-shotting this. If we go Kodo, he kills this. This trades into there. And then we're gonna know, yeah. I think, I just don't want to waste Unleash the Hounds and Quick Shot to keep a 3/2 alive. I don't like that trade at all. I'd rather use it for burst, or maybe killing off Living Roots, or doing something else besides wasting 2 cards for 1. And also Deadly Shotting was an option, but the problem is if we Deadly Shot and he decides he wants to play another huge creature like a, what is it? The War card. It's really bad. So there's the Beckoner. So this is where like the Unleash is much better, right? Because if we Unleash, we actually can kill most of his board. But I think Call the Wild is still the better choice. So we'll Call the Wild. Well, ooh, Savannah Highmane is pretty solid. Yeah, I like Savannah Highmane. We'll Quick Shot this. We'll kill off the 2/3, and now we're in a pretty good position. I'm guessing the last card in his hand is Cthulhu, but we have Deadly Shot for that, which is again why I'm holding Deadly Shot. Like, what is it? Ancient of War. That's the card I was thinking of. So right now, this is probably a spell, maybe like a Wrath. No, he would have used Wrath. What? He wouldn't. Oh, another Crazed Alchemist. We definitely know this is Cthulhu, though. There's no doubt that whatever this card is, it's not a spell you would have used it, and it's not a creature you would have played it. So, Call the Wild. I mean, we could just go face for 11. I think killing off one of these is fine. All right, play your Cthulhu. There it is. Keeps highlighting it. He's like, "Oh, there's my win condition." And And the reason we wanted to kill off one of these guys, oh wow, he still can't make the trade, and we can deadly shot that out. Wow, he just made the trade for us. Interesting. So, definitely deadly shot. Definitely huge toad. And I want to keep that guy alive.
Greetings, traveler.
This guy emoted too hard. So our Wrath gets past our Misha, but the thing is I didn't want him to use his passive to be able to kill it. So that's kind of why. Also a swipe would have been bad, because then he could have swiped the 4/4 and killed the Misha off to the side. But doing this, he actually just killed himself, which is pretty cool. So do we have lethal here? This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's go ahead and casually just wreck. Give him the hello, because he was BMing the entire game. From what I remember, I could have just made that up. He might have not been, I don't know. I just feel like he was. Plus, his start was ridiculous. The fact that we were able to come back from that was pretty insane. But as always, guys, we're going to end it here. 5 games is a lot, so we're going to go ahead and start. Hopefully, we're going to keep playing Hunter because it seems to be winning. Unfortunately, the Pirate Warrior did not show off the power. I wish it would have, but either way, you guys got to see the deck firsthand. And hopefully we'll see more of it in the future if I feel lucky. So, as always, guys, I'm Warshak, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.